In the quiet, undulating landscapes of Western Kenya, where the waters of Lake Victoria gently lap the shores, there exists a community deeply rooted in tradition and ancestral reverence, the Luo people. Among the many cultural practices that have woven their way through generations, there is one that stands out for its profound connection to life, death, and the viral world, the ritual known as Teroburu. In a Luo village, where the call of the Nyatiti, a traditional Luo lyre, and the beat of Ohangla drums once echoed through the evenings, a story unfolds. A story that has been told and retold, whispered in hushed tones around fires, passed down by elders to their children. It is a story of the Teroburu, a ritual that to outsiders might seem macabre, but to the Luo people, it was a vital tradition, a bridge between the living and the dead. In the heart of this tradition lies a belief that the dead, though departed from the physical world, remain very much present in spirit. The Luo people believe that the spirits of the dead have the power to influence the world of the living, bringing fortunes and misfortunes, blessings or curses, thus ensuring that the spirits are peace and that they find peace is of paramount importance to the Luo people. When a person in the community passed away, especially if they were of significant status or if their death was sudden or violent, the Luo believed that the spirit of the deceased might return to haunt the living. To prevent this, the ritual of Teroburu was performed. The ritual's name Teroburu translates to chasing away the bull, symbolizing the expulsion of the deceased's potential harmful spirit. Central to this ritual was an act of a man, often a relative or someone appointed by the elders, engaging in sexual relations with the deceased's body. This act, while unsettling to contemporary sensibilities, was believed to neutralize the malevolent powers of the spirit and ensure that it did not return to torment the living. In the days leading up to Teroburu, the village would prepare for the ritual. The elders, who were the custodians of tradition and spiritual knowledge, would convene to determine the exact nature of the ritual, depending on the circumstances of the death. The man chosen to perform the ritual would be someone of significant spiritual strength, capable of withstanding the ordeal without falling victim to the spirit's wrath. As the day of the ritual dawned, the village would be enveloped in a somber atmosphere. The body of the deceased, having been carefully prepared and dressed in traditional attire, would be laid in the family homestead. The women of the village would sing mourning songs, their voices rising and falling in lamentation, while men would gather outside, discussing the matters at hand in low tones. At the appointed time, the chosen man would enter the room where the body lay. The elders would have already performed preliminary rites, such as sprinkling the area with herbs and offering sacrifices to appease the gods and spirits. As the man approached the body, the air would be thick with the weight of expectation and fear. The act he was about to perform was not just a physical, but a deeply spiritual engagement with the unseen world. The room would be dimly lit, the only light coming from the small oil lamp, casting flickering shadows on the walls. The man would kneel beside the body, murmuring incantations taught to him by the elders, asking for protection and guidance. The act of copulation was believed to be the final step in ensuring that the spirit of the deceased was appeased, that it would not return to disturb the peace of the living. Once the act was completed, the man would exit the room, often visibly shaken but relieved. The elders would then proceed with the final rites, which included a cleansing ceremony for the man who had performed the ritual. He would be bathed in the water mixed with the herbs to cleanse him of any spiritual impurities he might have acquired during the ritual. The Teroburu ritual, though rare and extreme, was a reflection of the Luo people's deep connection to their ancestors and their belief in the power of the spirit world. It was a practice born out of fear, respect, and desire to maintain harmony between the living and the dead. Over time, as modernity and Christianity spread through the Luo community, practices like Teroburu began to wane. Criticized for their perceived brutality and incompatibility with contemporary values, today the ritual is nearly extinct, remembered more as a tale of the past than a practice of the present. However, the stories of Teroburu continue to be told, serving as a reminder of the complex and often mysterious ways in which culture navigates the uncertainties of life and death. In the end, Teroburu stands as the testament to the lengths to which the Luo people would go to ensure that their dead were at peace and that the living were protected. A story of tradition, fear, and unyielding power of belief. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel for such wonderful African tales.